Friends, welcome to Ignited Max. At this video, we are going to get a very useful trick in which we can use it while solving the integration sum. Yes, absolutely, according to the thumbnail given, with 5 trick with only 4 method or with only 4 steps we can do it. So this trick is completely based on the trigonometric form. Trick will be explained with the working rule, with the method in short, and with the suitable examples. Okay, in the either side we will be getting the both the construction part plus with the examples how we need to do it. Okay, what type of example and how we need to apply it later. Complete concept we are going to see in this video itself. Move to the first form of the integral, okay, in which I have kept 3 types of situations given. Okay, for this 3 situation, that is only one working rule, means only one working rule with 4 steps. Let's get started. So according to my first form, integration of dx by a plus b cos x, integration of dx a plus b sin x, integration of dx by a plus b cos x plus c sin x. Okay, if this types of integration comes into a pic, we need to deal with it. Okay, the working rule starts on the left hand side of the video, and the right hand side I'll just explain with the suitable examples so that we can get the complete concept that which example we need to use it. Yes, so first method, cos x is equal to 1 minus tan square x by 2 divided by 1 plus tan square x by 2. Yes, this formula we have already studied in the trigonometric function. If any query is related to the trigonometric or anything related to the trigonometric chapter, then don't forget to check on the description box and even on the I button. Yes, and sin x is equal to 2 tan theta divided by 1 plus tan square theta. Yes, we have already gone through this formula. Substitute in a place of the cos x and sin x. After doing it, then we need to substitute as tan x by 2 is equal to t. Okay, I have written as t because it can't confuse. If we can put as x and y and z also, it may confuse according to the question. So just put in the safer side as t. To differentiate the tan x by 2, it's nothing but sec square x by 2, and x by 2 is nothing but 1 by 2, dx is equal to dz. Now we can find the integration very easily with the rational algebraic function of z. Fourth step, it's nothing but we need to re-substitute the value of z. It's nothing but tan of x by 2, and that will be getting their answer. Okay, I have just shown with the right hand side with the examples part how we need to deal with the question. So any type of this 3 forms comes, we need to use the only one trick, that is nothing but we need to put the value of cos and sine. We need to substitute as tan x by 2 is equal to z, and we need to re-substitute, and we will be getting the answer. To the second trick, that is nothing but integrals of the form integration of dx by a plus b cos square x, integration of dx a plus b sin square x, and integration of dx a cos square x plus b sin x cos x plus c sin square x. For this 3 form, only one trick, that is nothing but with only 4 steps we can find the value of the integration. Start with the working rule. So the first step is divide the numerator and denominator by cos square x. Second step, in the denominator replace x square x as 1 plus tan square x. Substitute the value of the tan x as z. Okay, if yes, we can put it as t also, and we need to re-substitute the value. It's nothing but sec square dx is equal to dt, and a very simple integration occurs with the algebraic function of z, and afterwards the fifth step is nothing but we need to re-substitute the value of z is equal to tan x. I have shown the respective example at the right answer so that we can think that at which example we need to use this all the working. Move to the third trick. This third trick, it's one of the most important trick because a very frequent sums comes into an exam. Working rule is of only 4 steps, that is nothing but only 4 method we need to follow, and we can find the value of the integration just very simply. The first step is put numerator is equal to lambda denominator plus mu derivative of the denominator. Here numerator is nothing but a cos x plus b sin x, lambda denominator is nothing but c cos x plus d sin x, and plus mu derivative of the denominator, that is nothing but we need to find the derivative of c cos x plus d sin x. It's nothing but minus c sin x plus d cos x. This is nothing but a basic derivative of the functions. Now second step, Equate the coefficient of sin x and cos x on both the side and find the value of lambda and mu. Okay, how we need to find the second step, how we need to equate the sin x and cos x. I have shown with the examples. Okay, how we need to equate this, basically we used in the partial fraction. It we can find the value of lambda and mu. I have just separated with the lambda and mu as I have shown with the examples. Now we need to just integrate it. Okay, it's nothing but integration of 1 dx is nothing but x, and integration of minus a sin x plus d cos x divided by a cos x plus b sin x. How we need to deal with it? It's nothing but integration of f dash x divided by fx. If it is in the form of that, then it is nothing but log of fx. Fx is nothing but any function. F dash x is nothing but derivative of fx. If it is in that form, then we can use the value of log. It's nothing but cos x, nothing but minus sin x, and sin x is nothing but cos x. That's what we have represented over here, and this is how we have completed with the third step. Now we need to substitute the value of lambda and mu that we have found on the second step. That's nothing but the answer of this integration. Okay, with the simple 4 steps only we can find the value of the integration. So let's move to the fourth trick. The question is integration of a plus b cos x plus c sin x divided by e plus f cos x plus g sin x dx. We need to find the value of the integration. So with the simple fourth step we are going to find it. Okay, first step, put numerator is equal to L denominator plus m derivative of denominator plus n. Okay, in place of lmn we can use the terms as lambda, mu, gamma. Okay, it's up to us. So I have just done with the L, M and N. Okay, just put the value of numerator. In place of denominator we have as e plus f cos x plus g sin x, and derivative of denominator just find the derivative of the e plus f cos x plus g sin x and write it over there. Now the second step, equate coefficient of sin x and cos x and constant term on both the side, and we can find the value of L, M, N. Okay, this is how we have found on the third trick. Yes, we have found the value of lambda and mu. Over here it is of L, M and N. Now the third step, split the given integral into 3 integrals and evaluate each integral separately as L integration of 1 dx plus m integration of minus f sin x plus g cos x divided by e plus f cos x plus g sin x dx, and n as integration of dx divided by e plus f cos x plus g sin x. And we know the value of lmn, just put the value and integrate accordingly. Okay, this second integration is nothing but minus f sin x plus g cos x divided by e plus f cos x plus g sin x. It's nothing but the log of fx. It's nothing but integration of f dash x divided by fx is nothing but log of fx, as we have done previously. Okay, I have solved with the suitable example. Just see it at the right hand side so that how we can use it and which example we need to use this certain trick idea. And the fourth step, just we need to find the value of lmn as we have done at the second step. Now let's move to the fifth trick. This fifth trick also marked is one of the most important trick. It frequently asked in the question. As by the previous trick, we have came into an idea that for one single trick we have used the 4 steps. Yes, for if we are using any one trick, okay, for the respective question we used to do 4 steps accordingly. But at the fifth trick there is not any 4 steps or 5 steps. Yes, there is only one step we need to use for the one trick. It's nothing but the condition and situation changes. Like in place of m and n we can get a situation occurs, like it can be a odd positive integer, it can be a odd negative integers, even positive integer. According to the condition changes, even the tricks also changes accordingly. But that is not need any 4 steps. All only one step is included in one simple condition. So let's get started. Condition, if the power of sin x is an odd positive integer, it's nothing but in place of m we have getting as an odd positive integer, then we need to put as cos x is equal to t, then we can get the answer very easily. Now the second condition, if the power of the cos x, that is nothing but in place of n we are getting a odd positive integer, then we need to put sin x is equal to t. Okay, this is a 2 simple step. Okay, we can use it where the condition occurs. Now the third step, the third condition is nothing but if the power of sin x and cos x are both odd positive integers, then we need to put sin x is equal to t and even the cos x is equal to. Now the fourth condition, If the power of sin x and cos x are both even positive integer, then we need to use a De Moivre's theorem. Okay, I have specifically mentioned the condition right hand side. I have mentioned over here. Now the fifth property, it's nothing but if the sum of the power of sin x and cos x is an even negative integer, then we need to put as tan x is equal to z. So according to different conditions, the situation change. According to the condition, we need to just substitute the property as we have mentioned in this video. Thank you for watching this video. If this ignited math is so helpful, then do like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to comment.